Good morning. Myself Leena Grover from Nursing Department of RPIT Karnal. Today's topic is hypertension. Starting with the definition of hypertension, it is also known as high blood pressure and a long-term medical condition in which the blood pressure in the arteries is persistently elevated. In this condition, the systolic blood pressure will be more than or equal of 140 mm of Hg and the diastolic blood pressure will be more than or equal of 90 mm Hg. Now types of hypertension. First, prehypertension, in which systolic blood pressure is 120 to 139 mm Hg and diastolic blood pressure will be 80 to 89 mm of Hg. Second, hypertension stage 1. In this condition, systolic blood pressure will be 140 to 159 mm Hg and diastolic blood pressure will be 90 to 99 mm of Hg. Third, hypertension stage 2. In this, systolic blood pressure will be more or equal to 160 mm Hg and diastolic blood pressure will be more or equal to 100 mm Hg. And the last, pregnancy induced hypertension because of increased production of hormones and enzyme during pregnancy. Next, etiology of hypertension. Etiology according to their types. First one, primary hypertension. It is the elevation of BP without an identified cause. Second, secondary hypertension. It is the elevation in BP with an exact cause. And this type of hypertension is account for 5 to 10% of total cases of hypertension. The causes of secondary hypertension include congenital narrowing of aorta, renal disease, endocrine disorders such as Cushing syndrome, neurological disorders like brain tumors, head injury, sleep apnea, medications such as oral contraceptive pills, NSAIDs, cocaine, and cirrhosis of liver. There are some risk factors of hypertension like age, alcohol, smoking, DM. DM means diabetes mellitus, excessive dietary intake of sodium, gender, family history, obesity, sedentary lifestyle, stress. Now come to the clinical features of hypertension. Sometimes the high blood pressure doesn't cause any symptom, so that it is known as silent killer disease. In some patients, symptoms will develop like severe headache, blurred vision, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, confusion epistaxis, chest pain, shortness of breathing, irregular heartbeat, papillary edema. There are 5 types of diagnostic evaluation to hypertension. First one, history collection and physical examination of patient. Second, medical history of diabetes mellitus. Third, complete blood count. Fourth, chest x-ray. Fifth, ECG, electrocardiogram. Now come to the management of hypertension. The management of hypertension is possible by 2 ways, which include lifestyle modification. Second, pharmacological therapy. Lifestyle modification measures mainly include weight reduction, DASH diet. Dietary approaches to stop hypertension is a full form of DASH. Dietary sodium reduction, reduce alcohol intake, exercise, stress management. Pharmacological therapy. Various group of drugs are used for the treatment of hypertension. Collectively, these drugs are called as antihypertensive drugs, which are first one, diuretics, which help the kidney to inhibit the sodium reabsorption in the distal convoluted tube, ascending limbs, and loop of Henle. The example of diuretics are furosemide and chlorothiazide. Second type of antihypertensive drugs are beta blockers. These are the types of medication which reduce the workload of the heart and blood vessel and causing the heart to beat slowly with less force. Their examples are atenolol and propanol. Third type of are alpha blockers. These medications cause the peripheral vasodilation of blood vessels. Their example is prazosin. Next, vasodilators. These medications acting directly on the muscles in the wall of arteries and preventing the muscles from tightening and arteries from narrowing. Their examples are nitroglycerin, sodium nitroprusside. And the last, ACE inhibitors. This group of medication will reduce the conversion of A1 to A2 and prevent vasoconstrictions. Their examples are captopril and ramipril. One more antihypertensive type of drugs are calcium channel blockers, which help to block the movement of extracellular calcium into the cells and causing vasodilation and decreased heart rate. Their examples are amlodipine and verapamil. So this is all about hypertension. Thank you.